So, to play with blocked fingers or to not play with blocked fingers? That is the question. And what I mean by blocked fingers is having all your fingers down at once rather than, just playing, for example, like this, or like, well, you would always play with just this one down. But, something like this, those would not be blocked fingers. These are blocked fingers. These are blocked fingers. These are blocked fingers. And one is going to be by himself no matter what. All right, so there is not a yes or no answer to this. There is a it depends answer to this question. When you are a beginner, I would strongly recommend blocked fingers pretty much all the time. Now sometimes those blocked fingers might be on more than one different string when you talk about, walking your fingers over. That's great, actually. That's a fantastic coordination thing. But I would never encourage a beginner to do this kind of thing, partially because it creates a lot of extra tension for the hand to hold the string down with less fingers. And also, I want my students at first to develop very efficient movement, and rarely is this the most efficient option. All right, but the other time I would say blocked fingers, yes, always, is, and even when you're more advanced, is when you're playing some kind of fast-moving notes, all right? So now, once you get into this more advanced side of things, your hand might not be evenly weighted. So maybe I'm playing something really, really fast, and I'm using blocked fingers for the most part. But that doesn't mean that when I play, 4 fingers down, that my weight is evenly distributed over the 4 fingers. In fact, it's probably not. Some of this kind of thing might happen, in fact, that my fingers all chunk around the one I'm actually on, and my hand opens and closes. But I'm still not going to have this, sort of, I don't know what you call it, spider legs flying up in the air kind of look to it. All right, I'm going to keep my fingers really close, and that will get you the fastest you can possibly play, just because you don't have to move as far, right? If you're right there next to the string, there's not as long a journey to travel from note to note. So, blocked fingers when you're a beginner, blocked fingers when you're playing fast-moving notes. And now, when do you not do blocked fingers? Well, when you're doing vibrato, okay? Once you start learning vibrato, vibrato just doesn't work. Like, of course, if you're on first finger, it's going to be by himself anyway. Second finger, quite possibly, you will have 1 and 2 together as a blob to give your second finger a little support, a little strength. But once you've gone to third finger, chances are really good that your first finger is going to let up, if not your second as well. And when you go to fourth finger, you will almost certainly no longer have first and second finger down on the string. And the reason for this, again, is it's a balance issue. Vibrato is all about being balanced on that particular finger and that transfer of balance from finger to finger as you change notes. And if you have all fingers down, it's not going to be as balanced, and also you're not going to have that same freedom of movement. Once I blob all my fingers right around 4 and just have only 3 and 4, or only 4 on the string, then I can move further with my vibrato than I could if I was holding all my fingers down, which restricts it. All right, so I think that pretty much sums up how I feel about this blocked fingers versus non-blocked fingers issue, although I'm probably forgetting something. But I hope that is helpful and gives you some guidance as to when you would do one versus the other. Thanks.